You're going to want to hear this clip from Elon Musk himself. Let's listen in to start this video.
So Dogecoin is my sort of favorite cryptocurrency because it has the best humor and has dogs.
As you can hear, folks are laughing because that is quite a funny statement. But what is very serious about it is this is one of the richest men in the world, and he still supports Dogecoin, constantly talking bullish things about it. This is not new news on Elon Musk, but it is just one more statement of him doubling down on this asset. And coming on a day where I found another article talking about a potential $5 Dogecoin. Is this realistic? And can we see this in the bull market? Well, you're going to want to stick around to the end. And I want to share with you guys one more thing. If you take a peek at what I'm doing in terms of trading right now, I'm in a Dogecoin short trade right now. It's slightly in the red, but I have opened up this trade for a reason. Not because I'm bearish on Dogecoin. Let me be very clear. I'm quite bullish on Doge, and I'll talk about the possibility of a $5 Doge or a $1 or $2 Doge in this video. But I do want to talk through my complete thoughts on Dogecoin today as I'm seeing it right now in the market. So smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this video. If you take a peek at these crypto markets today, what you're going to notice, if I can just refresh some of the price action on the day, Bitcoin is currently sitting at 105K. Earlier, it was down to the 104 regions. Ethereum is at 2,600, up over the last hour, but really calm to flat lately. Bitcoin slightly down over the last 7 days. We had a very nice pump, but what we've seen lately is language from the president on struggles with tariffs, especially in the negotiations with China. And I do believe that the tariff relief that we've seen, the 90-day tariff pause and potential phone call with the president of China with the president here in the US was a catalyst to get a nice pump on Bitcoin and crypto over the last few weeks. But now we are starting to see things cool off as it is revealed that the president is struggling in negotiating with China over these tariffs. Dogecoin still holding at the 8th spot in all of crypto, sitting at 19.2 cents with a whopping $28 billion market cap. Let's dive into some of this. So if you just, and I've been doing this lately just to kind of see what AI is saying. Google now has this AI mode when you're searching for your crypto news or you're looking around. There's some good news that we've seen over the last few years on Doge, and this does a really great job of kind of summarizing the origin, the history of the thing, and some of the key details that you need to know. Like one thing that is less bullish for Doge that I think a lot of folks don't really recognize about this coin is that 10,000 coins are mined every minute. New coins are mined every minute. That means that this is an inflationary currency, and there is no cap on the total supply for this coin, which means Dogecoin is always going to get inflationary, which means that even if it goes to a higher market cap in 10 years, technically the price will not reflect perfectly if you math out, well, if from this price the market cap goes to this, then you can have this price, because that inflationary aspect you kind of need to take into account. So these $5 predictions can be pretty tough, especially considering the inflationary nature, but that does not mean that it's not possible in the future. A couple other things to note. Obviously, Elon Musk is quite bullish on Doge. We started this video out with that statement from him, but a couple things to keep in mind. Three things that the AI is laying out for us here, and I want to share with you guys. Recently, we saw some enhancements for Dogecoin's payment infrastructure, initiatives like Dogebox and GigaWallet aiming to simplify Doge integration for businesses. So actually utilizing Doge for payments with businesses, that's something that's quite bullish for Dogecoin. Also, rumored integration with Elon Musk's X platform, bringing more use case for Dogecoin. Clearly, we know Elon likes Doge. This is something that's been rumored for a while. We did recently see that X Chat could be coming, where we could see some payments integrated into that. Maybe Doge gets to actually become a part of that. And then also other things that the Dogecoin Foundation is working on to expand access for Dogecoin to remote regions. And what they don't list out in this, which is actually really surprising to me, is the Dogecoin ETF, showing you that I don't think even AI or a lot of folks are paying attention to the idea that the Dogecoin ETF could be quite significant for this coin. Now, I'm going to get to this $5 thing in a second, but why am I in this short position today? Well, very simply put, guys, I have been looking at the technicals for Doge for a while now. We saw some resistance at the top of this blue trend line I've had drawn out. We saw a nice move up on this tariff pause, but now we're seeing more language from the president and the struggle in negotiating with China, and crypto's slipping down just a little bit. Now, we could come as low as this 13, or really, actually, I was looking at it more so up here, maybe about a 15-cent touchdown for Doge before resuming back to the upside. My absolute worst case scenario is down to 7 cents, but I really don't expect that because I generally do believe that crypto is about to get quite bullish through the remainder of this year. However, our total market cap for crypto has shown a weekly red candle that closed at the end of last week. Now we're in this new candle. This one could flip red, and we might see a little bit of a bounce here off 3.1615 maybe trillion dollars for total market cap. Simply showing you guys that, even though I do believe that Dogecoin could break out to the upside on this pattern, there is support and resistance to be trading along the way. So in this video, yes, I want to share with you guys that I am in a Doge trade that is right now not going the right way. And so what I'm going to show you guys is you can set your stop losses, right? So set your stop losses. Worst case scenario with that stop loss, 1,800 in loss. I don't really want to do that. Let's look more at the top of this wick here and look at, okay, so maybe we'll go down to worst case scenario, looking at, how about a $600 loss? I've been quite profitable on these trades lately. I'm just kind of following the momentum of the market, looking at trading off of support, from resistance, off support. Now, this trade technically is not the best example for trading off of a resistance or a support, but I am kind of following the trend, though I did see Doge scooping up lately, and I did see Pepe and Sheep scooping up lately. I am seeing the news that has affected Bitcoin, and we did touch down to this key trend line earlier today, but we're not out of the woods yet. Bitcoin could easily come back down and continue to test these lower levels, or we could boom back up, which is why I wanted to set my stop loss on this trade. And if you guys want to do some trading yourself, you could sign up for Blowfin using our link in the description down below. Now, you're not going to win every single trade, but you have to win more than you lose, and you make sure that you limit your losses, which is exactly what I've done with this stop loss. And I want to show you guys that not every single trade, when you open it right away, is going to be in the profit. Okay, so it's very important to be patient, pick your moments, and limit the damage, and make sure you take profit when you are in the green. So I'm going to keep this one open. We'll see if it shakes out the right way or the wrong way. We're going to keep an eye on this trade. So this $5 story, based on 3 historical patterns, right? They go into this article from the Crypto Basic, which, they come out with a lot of really wild predictions. But what they don't really talk about in this article is the inflationary aspect of Doge. Now, if Dogecoin was to go to a $5 price level, you're actually talking about like a 30x from here. Can we see something like that? Can we see a 2,400% gain, a 25x move for Dogecoin from here? Well, it is possible. However, I like to pick some more realistic targets. And if we do go to $5 and you have a moon bag, it's okay to take profit on the way up before we get to $5 because that's maybe not the most realistic target. You can look at some of the technicals, and there are some technicals suggesting that we could get up to that $5 range, just looking at the breakouts that we've had from some of these other triangles in the past, moving potentially to that $5 level. And there is some more activity and more demand that we talked about, looking at some of the AI notes that were laid out there. And obviously Elon Musk is bullish, and we do have the Dogecoin ETF coming. So you can look at these technicals and you can believe in the $5 Dogecoin. And I'm not going to say it's impossible. I think that it is possible. However, you're talking about a 25x on a $28 billion market cap coin. So, a 10x on Dogecoin is a $280 billion market cap. Well, we've seen Dogecoin go to almost a $100 billion market cap. So a 10x to $2, I think that could be possible, right? But a 25x to almost, that's actually over $500 billion. That's almost $700 billion in market cap. Are we going to see that in this cycle? Well, the only thing that I think could really get us there is extreme success for the Dogecoin ETF, and Elon Musk integrating payments with Dogecoin into X. But even with those happening, you know, I stay more on a realistic target of $1 to $2 for this cycle. Down the road, especially if Dogecoin sticks around, could we get to that $5 level? It's possible, but you also have to take in mind the inflationary aspect of this coin. I wanted to share with you guys my updates in this video. Let's see how this trade goes. You know, I want to share with you guys all my trades, whether they are winners or losers. I've had a lot of winners lately. This one's not starting out the right way, but I've got my stop loss set to make sure that I am protecting myself from whatever the scenario is. And that's the beauty of setting those stop losses, guys. If you want to trade, you can sign up for Blowfin using the link in the description down below. I'm prepared for a massive crypto explosion and moves to the upside, which is why I have a holding portfolio. I don't short all the time. I don't long all the time. I do a mix of both because there's volatility to be trading. When you're profitable on your trades, you can take that profit and add it to your DCA portfolio to accumulate more if you believe in the upside in crypto like I do. That's all I have for you in this one. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Please note, nothing's financial advice, guys, but we're going to keep this crypto content coming because we love this asset class and we are quite bullish on it. 2 videos here if you want to check them out. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.